poppin'. I ain't really here for the gossip, nah. Blah, 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 yeah, I'm hot, bitch. Try to play me, but you tried it. Way too wavy, gotta ride it. Pull up on you, yeah, we sliding. Make her eyes roll when I slide in. Neck on wrist on shaman. Tell them say less, no comment. And we only here for the commas.
Ay, pull up and how about we slide? Loaded away on Poseidon. These niggas be lying. Skating on Dayton's, we gliding. I'm hitting that bitch in the driving.
Hitting that bitch while we vibing. You know I be on that time and light up, I'm firing. Dress it up, yeah, I be styling. Eat up the drip, she be dining. Straight to the top, she be climbing. We the ones that they admire. All of these niggas expiring. Ice of the boss and we hiring. Raising the hood where it's sirens. They hopping on ship like a pirate.
Ay, ay, driving the boat and I came for the loot and the treasure. These niggas be hating, do better. Dropping them ashes, done burn me a hole in my sweater. I'm stingy, I'm holding this cheddar.
Holding this cheese, living more better. Smoking these doobies with Xavier. We keep this shit gravy. Yeah, we too groovy. We keep it unruly. Know it's yours truly. Smoke a big head, call it Stewie. Bad chick wanna do me. Ass thick and she coolie. She busted open like a Uzi. I busted, then I'm back to duty. Call of Duty, I'm online with it. Took my time with it. Watch the operatives. They be plotting shit. On the go with the gang and they rock with us. Everywhere that we go, we be popping up. Yeah, we popular. Eyes on us like binocular. Yeah, they time is up. You could try your luck. Stay anonymous, but in God we trust.
In God we trust. All these niggas looking odd to us. Riding waves just like they ride the bus. Them pretty bitches wanna ride my nuts. The vibe is us. Sergio Tacchini eating fettuccine. Know they see me getting cake. I've been out hustling at the dinner, baby. I'm a winner. I don't really need a break. Breaking my foot on your ass. Breaking the neck of these hoes when I'm bending the corner. Breaking my weed in the glass. Burning that loud and the neighbors done heard the aroma. Play a persona. She eating my dick till she fall in the coma. The card of the itis. I really got it off the muscle. Now they wanna tussle. Pussy niggas wanna fight us. Damn.
Always been me, yeah, I'm poppin'. I ain't really here for the gossip, nah. Blah, 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 yeah, I'm hot, bitch. Try to play me, but you tried it. Way too wavy, gotta ride it. Pull up on you, yeah, we sliding. Make her eyes roll when I slide in. Neck on wrist on shaman. Tell them say less, no comment. And we only here for the commas.
Ay, pull up and how about we slide? Loaded away on Poseidon. These niggas be lying. Skating on Dayton's, we gliding. I'm hitting that bitch in the driving.
Hitting that bitch while we vibing. You know I be on that time and light up, I'm firing. Dress it up, yeah, I be styling. Eat up the drip, she be dining. Straight to the top, she be climbing. We the ones that they admire. All of these niggas expiring. Ice of the boss and we hiring. Raising the hood where it's sirens. They hopping on ship like a pirate.
Ay, ay, driving the boat and I came for the loot and the treasure. These niggas be hating, do better. Dropping them ashes, done burn me a hole in my sweater. I'm stingy, I'm holding this cheddar.
Holding this cheese, living more better. Smoking these doobies with Xavier. We keep this shit gravy. Yeah, we too groovy. We keep it unruly. Know it's yours truly. Smoke a big head, call it Stewie. Bad chick wanna do me. Ass thick and she
You guys got sound now? You should have some sound now. You should have sound. You should have sound. I'm coming. I'm coming, y'all. Just putting on my shoes. Get my shoes on, because you know when I done, I got to go.
Te crees movida de lo que eres, pero en el mundo lo que a mujeres me la creía hasta ese día que me engañaste, que más reciclaba amores y estabas tú, te necesitaba, ya no fueron tantas flores, pero tu actitud con esa espina dolió. Después de todo lo pari me llamas, diciéndome borracha que me quiere más. Y ahí odio que tu amiga me cae, lo que fue prohibido lo aprovecha más. Si tú no quieres beber, tengo filas hasta 3, no te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé, así que te digo sé, pero vengas en Instagram. Si tú no quieres beber, tengo filas hasta 3, no te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé, así que te digo sé, pero vengas en Instagram. Los mensajes que no pude ver ya, que eran tus amigas, que nada que ver, pues tan bobo no, ni rezando a Dios, no me lo hace dos veces. Lo más triste de la realidad, solo mentira, nada verdad. Me quedaba mucho por sentir, no creo que fuera necesidad. Tú me quitaste la libertad, después que no fue mi voluntad, pero aceptaste vivir, oh no. Después de todo lo pari me llamas, diciéndome borracha que me quiere más. Y ahí odio que tu amiga me cae, lo que fue prohibido lo aprovecha más. Si tú no quieres beber, tengo filas hasta 3, no te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé, así que te digo sé, pero vengas en Instagram. Si tú no quieres beber, tengo filas hasta 3, no te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé, así que te digo sé, pero vengas en Instagram.
Okay, I'm ready. Hello, people. Hello. How's everybody? What today is? The fuck is today? Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? Oh, it's Tuesday. So much been going on. It's Tuesday. Hello, everybody. Hello. DJ, what up? She changed the name and it's still Beauty. Harlem is shady. What up, Curtis Ray? What up, Tilda? I see you know. I'm not out shopping, hon. I might stop off. Yesterday I did some stopping off just for a little bit because, I still had a little bit on the list. Not doing too much, not doing much at all. So, no. I told you I'm money savvy. I'm really money savvy, especially with toys and all that shit. The shit get thrown in the closet underneath the bed. They play with the shit, open it up, boom, put the batteries in, lights, action, and then they're done with that shit. And it's like, well, that's my money. You know what I'm saying? So, because we all know that they are all off of they're off of the Santa Claus thing. They know now that Santa is you and you spending your money and all that stuff. So all the fun has been taken out of it, though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get pretty much into all of that excitement stuff during the holidays and things like that. Guess I'm getting away from it. I don't know. But saves me a bundle. I kid you not. A lot of people out here don't be doing that shit, right? Because a lot of people still be like, you know Christmas on the 25th, right? Your ass go out there and spend over that $1,000 and swiping them goddamn cards like you crazy out there. And then act like the first ain't right around the corner in 7 days. Act like that's what they do, y'all. Then that's why, we have this financial situations with a lot of people and just can't seem to get on their feet and, and calling the people and, oh, I need 2 weeks and because a lot of people be forgetting that the 25th is 7 days in between the first of the month. And you know what happens on the first of the month. That goddamn rent is goddamn due. So, I wish people can kind of turn it around because I have some friends and stuff like that. It's like, you know what? Pay your double if you can in your rent on the 1st of December. You know what I'm saying? So now you have December and January kind of covered. So when you get that second check or, whatever, and you really want to go out in a bang to buy some more extra things, you're covered for January and don't have to worry about that. But y'all know how us skin folks do out there, right? Me, I don't know. I got to say, I learned my lesson probably about maybe 10 years ago, boy. I was like, shit, I'm going to go shopping. I hit this rent here on the 15th. You know what I'm saying? When I used to rent. But, nah, it hurts you. It really does hurt you, you guys. There's some good news coming up, though. I'm going to try to report a little bit of this good news to you guys. Just a little bit. You guys probably already heard it. Like I said, for the information about the update on Mr. Kelly today, it was over 300 and something people sitting over there. So I know for sure that with that information, all of you guys got the update on it and things like that. So I'm going to bypass on that, the information, and not regurgitate it for the probably second, third, fourth, fifth time that you guys are probably have already heard out here. And you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel today. I have 3 videos that I want to touch on. I think it's 3, right? And yes, I know people are tired of hearing about, the protests and the arguments and this family with this baby situation and all of those things, right? But I'm going to touch on it just a little bit. It kind of not like in a bad way, kind of not like that, you guys. I am possibly, besides coming on and speaking to you guys, but not running an actual show for probably about a week because I'm going to sit my butt down and build my channel, get my files and things together. All of these gadgets and things that has been purchased, it's time to put them to use, and it's time to, for what I feel is to take the channel to another level and for you guys to continue to come and enjoy sitting in with me over here. So I am haven't decided yet to go out and buy another expensive comforter yet to appease people because I have like 7 of them downstairs in the bag. And I thought maybe I'll go Christmassy in here, but then I thought about, fuck them. I love my goddamn comforter. You know what I'm saying? So why am I changing? I don't change for people. But to do a little bit of Christmassy change outside. You know, the tree is up and things like that. So yeah, that's where I was with that. When I got downstairs and kind of looked at them, you know, they're all, you know, come from the dry cleaning stuff. I was like, fuck them. That's just me. That's just me. So Pete says yes, she is tired of it, and we are tired of it, but just a little bit. Like I say, I'm going to touch on it, on some things just a little bit. Especially, I'm trying to equate it in with success in life. Who and you know, who's available, who's left out there to do the teaching for growth, for growth. Before I get into that though, I just want to bring you guys this because I also hear, you know, a cousin of Mr. Kelly allegedly that is spewing some more information now. And this is what I don't know if you guys overlooked it, but I never overlooked it. And when I said that, you know, my stomach just really turned on it because of how Mr. Kelly name and image is now being used out here. You know, it's like you get them bubble guts and you ask yourself, you know why, people, why? But some, you know, I get it. Some of us is just used to practicing and have learned the inhumane part of humans. You know, it's a choice, and when they make these choices, and it's instilled in them, you have to learn that you just can't change. You have to just get away from it. You know what I'm saying? You got to let these type of people just go dig their own hole and just go bury themselves and just go get away. I don't know how many times I've spoken on that. I just don't do toxic. And with that, I'm going to have to clear up, you know, so that I don't sound contradicting to you guys, because I did step in some a toxic environment that I just wasn't really aware of. And I'll show you when I learned, or I felt, you know, in the blood, in the heart, okay, something not right. And I'm going to show you where Pap as well was easing her way out of toxicity. You know, because you don't start sleeping well, and it's like all of the bad stuff and all of the bad words and all of that, you know, the dirt and things like that, it'll weigh on you and make you where you're not sleeping very comfortable. And it was some days after my participation where I was having that, and that's not me. When Pap get in his bed, Pap goes to sleep pretty much on good things, on good vibes, and where I can roll all over, get up, feel good, happy about it. So yes, we have to learn how to break those chains. Y'all know that song, right? Break every chains. Break every chains. And I'm at that point, you know, as far as that. Going back to my car, I love my shits and giggles, and I am still going to touch on every single body that is doing things as for me to report to you guys in my channel, the news, and possibly the freaking virtual YouTubes with an S platform. I am. So if you are coming into the chat, just let me take a moment to say welcome. That's all I'm asking. Just welcome aboard. Let me go here with this, you guys, because you know I'll sit here and blabber it and blabber it and blabber it, and I got to go to work. First, I want to give you guys this, and then I'm going to jump to the good news. There's some good news, you guys. Good news for the people out there, you know. I'm going to say it again. If you are coming in to get any update about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, there were over 340 some people over on the other channel, and I'm not going to regurgitate it today because I am sure that it is circulating out there like a wildfire, California style. So I'm not going to do that today, and you know, it'll hit. It's probably going to jump to probably 2-3 more different platforms today. But let me do this because this here is disturbing as hell, you guys. Okay, I gotta jump back to that, but I'm gonna be using my phone today, you guys. So I'm gonna take some time off. I will jump on to say hi, but I'm gonna get my channel popping over here. I am. Funny, y'all, the green screen is up, but that's far as I got. It's in the other room. It's up, but that's far as I got because, you know, time is a tick, and time ticks, you guys. And when you have other priorities in trying to commingle everything, for you know it, it'd be like, oh my God, it's like 5 hours then went away. But let me get this up again. I hope everybody is doing fine in the chat room. So let me see if I can find this, and I probably can. Oh, there we go. I'm going to turn the volume down because I don't want to hear it to play, right? But this is a title that was put out by a cousin, Levi. Okay? Claims that he's the cousin of Mr. Kelly. And right now, he is solely focusing on bringing up an old case and wanting, I guess, somebody who he claims that has done an incident to go back and redo an incident based off of how he feels. He's in his emotions about something of 27 years ago, and you guys have to know by now, today it's a distraction from a lot of stuff. Now the cousin is actually, or was pretty much live about an hour ago. You would think that he would also be one of the people that you would hear regurgitate about what happened with Mr. Kelly in the court proceedings today, right? No, you're going to hear that through other people's platforms that he may go later on to have a round table about. He ain't pushed nobody, no information out here. I can't find any title about it. And that's how he brings you guys the information. You know, wait till he hears it and go and join a panel. Then he talks about it, when he as well claims to be a cousin, should have been the first one on here to bring the information out to the people, but he fails at that every single time. He chooses to do another video again expressing his feelings about what he feel of what should happen to an individual. He feels some type of way, and we all know once you get those emotions all, you know, in a panty bunch out here, it makes you react in a devilish way to apply harm on others, right? Toxic. That's what I said. Toxic. He is very, very toxic. There's nothing for him to do. You know, it's going to go get money and get attorneys and do all of this and try to get people on the team as well to get his plan through with prosecution of whatever this case is. I'm going to show you guys this, and like I said, it's going to play, but I'm going to turn the volume down on it because I do not want to hear his mouth at all. It speaks to you like he is a newborn out of the box pastor and all of that stuff. You know, the hypnotic is in him. His job is to reach out and to grab you guys, to bring you inside of his world of how he thinks, and put his feelings into you, so now you can feel the same thing as he does. But this right here, let me see. I don't know if you, let me see. I can't blow this. I should have screenshotted it, blowed it up. But pay attention to this title of this video. And I don't know why that this wasn't, I mean, it should literally be after this. It's like mute Cousin Levi. This title that he put out, you all know that he ended up with over 1.5 views on this title. So this is how many people got to see this video under this title that he put on there. So if you guys are coming into the chat, I'd like to say hello to every single one that has taken time to come over and visit me. Thank you. Let me show you his title, and you tell me if you see anything wrong with the title. Let's see. You see the title on there? What does that title says? What does the title of his video says, you guys? And when you see that, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Huh? What are you thinking? Let me know if you guys can see it. I'll try to keep it up, but let me see. What does that title says? And reason why I'm showing you guys this, because this is something where people have to stay on their toes about. If you're going to make a change and you are making that choice to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, it is things like this that has to be brought, that attention, that loud attention to. The Cousin Levi title says, R. Kelly exposes a child killer. Y'all don't have a problem with that? All of his supporters out there, you don't have a problem with that? This title was put out where over 1,000.5 people saw that. So what does it imply to you guys? How do you guys interpret it that? I didn't know if you can see it or not. You couldn't see it. If you couldn't see it, then give me a second, because I will blow it up. I don't want to put, I hate, putting my phone to this and then opening up on my phone on here, because you get text messages, I get phone calls and all of that stuff. So I don't want that seen. So what I will do is screenshot it and blow it up for you. Let me screenshot this and then I'll blow it up for you. When I saw this right here, my stomach just, I was like, what are you doing? Like, why would you put that as a title as a cousin? I make it make sense, you guys, but if you guys don't see the toxic that I see out here, it is beyond craziness. But the cousin did this. I didn't do this shit. Like, this is from the goddamn cousin. Let's see, I'll make sure I get his name in there, because it's disturbing. It's really goddamn disturbing. What he implied to me is that his cousin, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, because that's who he talks about, right? Let me see. I can get it for you guys now. How about that? How about that one? Can you see it now? Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, R. Kelly, exposes a child killer. When? Well, when did he do that? When did Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly do that? That title should say Levi Kelly allegedly exposed a child killer. You say it's backwards. What do you mean it's backwards? The picture was backwards? Are you sure? It's backwards. How is it? Is it backwards? I don't know why it's backwards then, Juicy. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why it's backwards. Okay, but that's what it says. It's disturbing. It's sent out a wrong message. It's implying, it's the message that this is something that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly did, and it's insane. So you can be prepared for him to be coming on whatever show that he does over there with Drunken Larry or Bookham. Even Bookham didn't even speak on it. He didn't even speak on it. Like, why is that your title? Why is you implying that this is something that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly did? I could not understand that, you guys. Toxic, like I said. They're good. They're really, really good. But what we've been watching out here is the big thing. You gotta pay attention to the smaller things that they will intentionally try to slip through. And that was one of them. Like I say, slow to speak, quick to listen is what I do. But at this time, I saw it when he posted it. I just had been waiting to see if that was going to become the attention of attraction out here. And it never did. And it never did. And this here is 4 days old, according to YouTube. YouTube be stretching the truth, their stuff on the videos. 4 days old. And nobody spoke on it. Nobody wanted to hashtag mute his title. No one is out here putting up, something where take that shit down. That's not true. No one came along to debunk his freaking title. And those titles is what grabs people attention. So if you ask me, for my opinion, yeah, he did some harm with that as well. And guess when he did it? Right around the time where that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly was coming up for this next court hearing. Yeah, that's sickening, right? Sickening that a alleged cousin would come out and put that type of title on a video to grab attention, where we already know that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is up against hundreds of people that do not believe in his innocence, that do not like him, all because of the allegations of the surviving Lifetime and other situations that has encountered, with the Tiffany Hawkins and Aaliyah and things like that. But I just thought that I'll bring that to the supporters' attention. Something small, that freaking small, just slipped right on through. It did. So, you say, Keisha, you brought it up on Dr. Rogers the other night. And yes, you say he did it for views. I agree with you, but those views on there is probably, people that's going to pass on the message to continue to put negative impact on Mr. Kelly. So shout out to you, Keisha, if you did. So when I'm at work, I'm kind of missing quite a few videos, and I'm kind of getting away from quite a few of them as well. So let's go to some good stuff first before I get into the other 3 videos, because I'm going to show my opinion of where I believe that everything went to hell, and that's just how I'm going to run that. So, okay, where is it? Okay, here we go. Let's go. As you guys know, starting next week, make sure your accounts are not in a negative status. So if you negative somewhere, $30 or $100 due to Christmas shopping or whatever the fact may be, make sure if you want to see all of some money hitting your account, go clean that shit up. So that way, whatever you owe, you can enjoy the full amount of what is about to be dispersed into your accounts. Okay. Your second round of stimulus check will be hitting your account sometime next week. Y'all know how they do. They split you up, right? Some of y'all gonna see next week. Some of you not gonna see next week. They got this worded in here that, as if, you're only gonna see like the 600 and then it's per the child or whatever. No. It's gonna be the same. It just increased a little bit instead of the 500 or so. The child will see 600. So if you have two children, you know what that's gonna be. And if you are two parents in a household that files jointly, and you have two more children, you can add that up, and you know how much that's gonna be. However, they have disqualified quite a few people from the stimulus package. So give yourself a hand if you are expecting your second stimulus package and you have spent up quite a bit of money on Christmas shopping, and guess what? They're going to give it right back to you. This is what how I be feeling, where the catch is at. They know that we have been through, hi T Lynn, they know that we have been through an pandemic rapture out here, right? We know that it affected quite a few people, right? Quite a few people. No jobs, the layoffs, the loss of businesses, and people were forced to stay home, so there's no check. Then we know that unemployment started up, and then unemployment ran back out. So you got to be careful with the catch-22s with all of this, because that's what they're basically, it's in the plan. It's in the plan, right? They know that a lot of people has went into this financial hole, right? A lot of people from the pandemic. So they know that a lot of people out here owes this people, this business or this person back, and so on and so on. So what good time now to disperse this money back out there, knowing that they're gonna pretty much get it all back. It's those people that has been pretty much money savvy and doing okay for themselves that will actually see this money. But if you have been one of those people that the pandemic jeopardized and things like that, they know that you're going to run back out there and hurry up and put that money back out into the economy. They tell you that it helps the economy, but the economy has hurt because of the pandemic. So you're going to use your money to go back out there to clean up what has damaged you during the pandemic season, is what I'll call it. So let me just go down, because I want to just get to the part where it talks about who are disqualified from the second round of the stimulus checks. So once again, it has been signed and sealed starting next week. You can click on and all of that things, and starting Monday, they will start depositing kind of the same way as it did with the first one, a stimulus package into your account. So hopefully everything is cool. Everybody's Social Security is cool. Everybody filed pretty good and all this stuff. The guidelines are still the same. If you're at that 75,000 threshold, you might get, or over as a single parent, it might get, chopped. They say by $5 per every 100 or so. And then if you are at the 85 or 150 or married couple or whatever, if you're at the threshold of that as a married couple with children, they do chop the $5 off of every 100 to give you to get you the number that you are qualified to have, you guys. So I don't know, we shall see. And you can go and read up on it, but I'm pretty sure, and I know what I'm reading, that it should start coming up here on Monday. You can go and read the guidelines, but I just kind of want to touch on how they sat down and got to the disqualifying people. And what do you guys think? Do you think that everybody, this list of what they came up with, do you think that it's okay for them to disqualify anybody, or how do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about that? I mean, because this is a tough thing to kind of figure out on, who to help and who not to help. So it's kind of, me, I would love to see everybody, everybody. I do, but, I get it. You just can't give everybody. So I don't know, for whatever reasons. But what are you guys thinking? Would you all like to see that everybody receives something because of this pandemic? Do you think that they should disqualify people? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? Hi, Andrea. Hi, sweetheart. What do you guys think? You say everybody, or you're okay with them scaling off a disqualification list for humanity? That's what I call it. You know, when I think of humanity, I think of just the whole, right? So, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. It's tough. It says that if you're 600, and it will be directed towards each dependent child under 17 years old, which means that an adult who are nevertheless claimed as a dependent, such as a college student or older high school students, won't qualify for the checks. I think with the first go round, they did, allow the qualified child that was um, that was claimed under the parent, or I think that they did collect on the fact that if they had a child in college or in high school, and regardless of the age, I think that they didn't have a cutoff on the age, and if they were living with you, I think that they did qualify from the first go round. But this go round, if they are 17 years old or older, or doing college, or still in high school. So if you still have a child out there that's in high school that has reached the age of 18 and have not graduated, that child, according to this, just will not qualify to receive $600. So it also says that an adult dependent, such as seniors who are claimed as dependents on their adults' tax returns. It says that seniors who are claimed as dependents. So if my mother was claimed under me, because she's a senior, it says that their adults' children tax returns, they won't qualify. They will not qualify for the check. So, that's crazy. The family of two parents with two child dependents, they could receive up to $2,400 under the provision of the lawmakers said. That's what they said. And I'm trying to find the other one. So, couples which include an immigrant without a green card would also qualify for checks, a provision that is retroactive to the CARES Act. Yes, they got that in there. So if you're an immigrant without a green card, but you are in the care of a dependent, couples, they qualify for a check. It's like, these are your lawmakers, not mine. These are your lawmakers. So it is important to many families because the first round of stimulus checks only went to American citizens or immigrants with resident alien status, also known as a green card. Legal immigrants without a green card, as well as undocumented immigrants, were excluded. An American citizen married to immigrants without a green card were also excluded, as well as their children. So, and so on and so forth and so forth. A lot of it is just, like I said, it's just kind of talking about who qualifies and who don't. But the good news is, because I know that we live in a world of self-gratification at some point, and don't care about others, and don't care about growth, and a lot of things, when it comes to each other out here. I'm just going to leave it at the good news of it, and that is your stimulus check. If you are expecting one, or if you did get one from the first go round, or whatever, it should be hitting your account or wherever you had your money sent to at first, on a card and things like that, starting next Monday. Yay! So there you go. All that money that you spent, you'll be happy to know that you will be getting it back. You know, I suggest that you stay money savvy if you are, and continue to take care of you and your family, and bank a little bit. Because if you guys think that we are seeing a storm right now, oh, it's gonna get worse, and that's just my prediction out here before it gets better. We have the COVID-19 injection shot coming up, you guys, and they are out here really pushing for everyone to receive this shot. If you're going to take the shot, put a 1 in the chat. If you think you're going to deny and get around and of not taking this shot, let me say, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to see if everybody's on the same page about this COVID-19 injection that just may be forced on you to take, and including your children. Harlem, you say no. You say no. Juicy says no. Oh, you know, unless somebody gets out there and come up with a plan to fight this government on this decision, it's gonna be hard to not have that shot. And I get it with your rights, but baby, this one is gonna be probably a tough one to get around from doing. Your children, if they are in school, if they leave your home and they are in school, you will possibly be receiving some paperwork, or whatever, saying, hey, for your child to be in school, they're going to have to take this shot. How are you going to get around that? Because that's what they're working in on doing. Your child leaves at home and they are going to school outside of your home. They will have to have that shot to continue to come to school. Yeah, they will. That's some scary shit, y'all. Some scary shit. So just wanted to put that out in the air to you guys. So let's talk a little bit about, you say you're just homeschool, but this shot, and I agree with you on that. I think that I would rather just homeschool as well, and before I allow them to force some things like that up on me. So I'm picky about the goddamn flu shot and the pneumonia shot. It's like, what's in that stuff? You know what I'm saying? So we shall see where that goes. But as people out here and our rights and things like that, I think that as a group, that if we want to grow, this is some important things that we all must stay focused on, that we all must continue to talk about. That's the more that they hear us talk about it, or opposing to some things, they're here. They hear you. We got to stomp them, got to put the boots on the grounds when we think that something is just not right. So that's all. You say that vaccine came real quick. Do you know how many people that we could have saved from cancer, or we can save from the AIDS virus, HIV, they didn't seem to want to make something that fast for that. Cure that too. Cure that as well. Cure that one. Go make that. And you best to believe it's a whole lot of people now. If you're going to sit out here and say, well, you have the cure for cancer and it's a vaccine to take or whatever, I think we'd have had a whole lot of people that would have been willing to try this vaccine out for that. But it's kind of scary to try out something that's new, coming from these scientists, and everybody know that we kind of had Bill Gates behind it, a whole bunch of suspicious ass people that put their hands in the pot on, ooh, let's whip up the potion, money, 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 money. Okay, it's ready. Let's give it to the people. So, I don't know. Let's move on. Let's keep the show going. Let's keep it going. Everybody's still doing okay. So, I know you're tired, just like I said. I know everybody's tired, like I said you are. But I gotta bring this because there is going to this is the point of time after I do this one here that, like I say, I would be on a couple of days of vacation from this, and I'm gonna sit back and take time to build my channel because that's what I choose to do. A lot of people, not a lot of people, a lot of things has happened here in the past week or two. Okay, past week or two, these stories has come out, this story has come out, and this story has come out. It's not the stories that too much bothers me. It was the purpose, the agenda of the rally slash protests that was put together, not by one person, but by many of us. It was put together by many of them. Me, I'm a little bit of a different breed out here, you guys. Totally different breed, okay? When I set myself out to be around people, I look for other people to do encouraging, to teach what others don't know. I look for everybody to benefit off of a situation. And at that time, the situation that we had was this agenda to go out to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. So, with the protest that happened in July, I felt that all in with energy. I felt it. I sacrificed. I left my job. I left my children. I left my dog. I left Teddy. And I was like, yes, you know what? Outside of what Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly has to go through, which I know that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly has to go through some things. No matter how much we stomp our feet, no matter how loud we yell, no matter how angry we get, no matter how much crying that we does, I know that he has to go through it. So I was okay with that, but I knew where my faith had pushed me to. I knew where the faith was about it, right? But when I leave my responsibilities to come out to gather up a lot of people, I came to only look for one thing, and that was growth in the people. That was putting knowledge into the people, as well as becoming unified, strong. That's me. And what I mean by that is, as I set up growing, just growing, these last 10, 15 years, and clicking on how Martin Luther King did it. And I would be like, yes, even though we would hear the speech about him saying that we shall overcome, right? So I'm like, okay, we gonna get it together. That's what was learned into me, right? Then I would watch Malcolm X. Then I would touch on some T.D. Jakes just to hear his sermon about where we as serpents fall short of the glory. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not here to preach nothing about that, y'all, because like I say, I really touch the Bible because I run off my common sense and I run off my inner spirits, and my inner spirits does not do toxic, so it doesn't teach me that. It's not easy for me to grab it. It's not easy for me to stick around it. It's not easy for it to rub on me. So it doesn't bother me. I'm not blind to the facts. So reading all of the scriptures and indulging into a lot of other spiritual or biblical things or whatever, it's like they are already internally planted in me. You feel what I'm saying? I may not be able to recite them to you, but I can act according to how it was written, if that makes sense to you guys. I don't know what it is. I don't know how. I have always been like that. I've always been like that. It's like I can look at it, and if they said that this is a Bible, and the Bible speaks to people about God and endurance of other of characters that were in there, right? And I was taught sitting in church with the preacher sitting up there speaking on this image of a God, and they said God was he's the powerful, so this was the leader of the kingdom come, kingdom is God. So I didn't need the book, because all I got out of that message is do right, obey, grow, love, teach. That was it for me. So if that makes sense to you guys, I know it may sound weird to you guys, but that's just me. That's just my inner spirits. That's just me. I know it sounds weird. So with that being said, when we come to, we came and we were like, let's do the protests, let's unify. Let's see who all wants to come out to walk and support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. With us still even knowing that he has to go through all of these allegations that were put on him. We were aware that some people are going to feel this way about him and some people are going to feel this way about him. But it didn't matter, because that one word started coming up, right? And that was the unjust. The unjust. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly did not have his due process. We wanted due process for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. So, and I kept hearing that it was Mr. Kelly. It was Mr. Kelly. That was the only name that I was hearing. I wasn't hearing anything about some, another person or whatever to come out to worship them, to empower them, or to glorify them, or to group up in a such thing where it, like now it's kind of shallow, where you can pretty much see where if you didn't have this same type of mentality, or if you didn't take this questionnaire or whatever, we're not gonna grow. We're gonna divide us. That is when I decided, oh, this is toxic as well. But for some reason, my inner spirit, my heart, of what I set out to do, and that was to come and support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. It didn't detour me from the fact, and I kept asking. It just would not allow me, you guys. It would not allow me to say, lay it down, drop the ball, we'll get away from this, when I knew that there was some toxic shit going. I just knew it, right? But no, my hard-headed, it would not allow me to do it. Okay? So we did the protest, right? We went out, we did the protest, and the first protest was beautiful, you guys. When I say that, it was so many unexpected people that came out to support. The people that I saw was, to me, the people that felt what I was feeling. So I'm like, okay, well, if these people are feeling this way, and this number of people came out, well, god darn, we could keep growing. So that's what influenced me to go again, and to go again. This out of being told, you can't come. We don't want you here. We don't like you. I went deaf. You saw my screen, right? I went deaf in that ear, because that's not why I was there. Because someone didn't like me. I did recognize and knew that there was some separation going on, but I ignored it, okay? I ignored that shit to the fullest. I did. Because I knew why I was there. I knew why I was there. I get it. I get it now. You go do your own thing. You go do this, and this is for this organization. I get that now. But this is what my point is to this, you guys. For organization is what it's called. I was learned that organizations put room out to grow. But when you do an organization to limit the process of the agenda, which was the support group for Mr. Robinson Cali, it just tainted it so bad, where the toxic it just pours all over you, right? So now as the protests keep going, I'm noticing that there's no growth here. Something isn't right. Something isn't right about this support group for Mr. Kelly. Not coming to the platform to talk about it or anything. It's just kind of letting it just flow on. Maybe it will turn around. Let me show you guys and remind you guys a little bit of the first one, where out of the first one, it was nice out. A lot of people that didn't know each other. Everybody's happy. They got their signs up. They're ready to go, right? But after this one came another one. That one turned out with a decent number of people. So I was sitting here saying, "Whoa, this is good. If we, this keeps going and everybody is on one accord and there's no separation and things like that, we might be a force here. We might be a force." And I kept saying, we might be a force down here. So the second one went by, then there came another one, and then the crowd started to shrink. And another one came, and the crowd got even more smaller. So as I said, and I'm like, kept asking myself, well, where are the people? What's going on? I get that. When you have an organization, and you have an organization that isn't strong enough to keep being successful at teaching the people to grow, there's no beneficial at the end of it. So you have to put it in the envelope or put it in the bottle, let it sail on away. It wasn't meant to be, because what was supposed to meant to be wouldn't have this big old bump in the road. So now we have a shitload of messages out there where you have a whole lot of people grabbing these videos and look at them and look at them and look at them. You'll know where there's no success in that as well, because if people have that genuine careness about themselves, do you know how fast someone who is into success and growth would have turned that shit around immediately and grabbed this shit back and said, this ain't what we fucking do? But see, when we realize what toxic is, it makes it hard for it to do so. Let me show you guys the growth that I had imagined. Yeah. And it's disheartening. Very disheartening, you guys. But this was the largest that it had gotten down there. And a lot of people were out there. So when I keep asking myself, where are all of these people that made a choice to come out to support on one accord? What happened to them? Why are they not? Look at the crowd. All of those people that are out there now, you don't see there because of the discouragement that they got to watch and see. It's not the fear. I think that they just got discouraged because of someone put in the chat, the drama and the separation of the people. These people on this protest, they all came out with the same heart, and that was to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Over half of these people in this protest right here, they was unaware that they had to make a choice of who team you were going to ride with, because they didn't know that we were picking teams. They wasn't aware that, oh, I signed up for this side and I signed up for that side. So I think a lot of this came to a shock for half of the good people that came down there, grown people that came down there, right? They never come back. I think that those are the people that kind of think like me or have that inner spirit like me, where this was supposed to be successful, and if it was successful, guess what it does? It teaches and grabs another one for what? Growth. You can't get that if you have other things going on in your life where there's a purpose and there's a reason to hide things. The things that was supposed to be hidden in people's personal lives, those are things that people were not supposed to see at all. It is common sense that in the human nature, what we see, we talk about it. That's human nature. Something that no one is ever going to fix. Not by the threats, not by the what, none of that stuff. Rosie come out from next door, and I'm standing out front, and Rosie bends over in her shorts, and I see it. Yep, I'd probably be the first one to come back and be like, Mama, guess what? Miss Rose came outside, and that's because she brought what she was doing to the outside. It's a natural thing. It's natural. We can't fix that. But what happened was a lot of stuff was seen that was not in quite a few people tasting or liking or felt normal with what all of these people came down there to do. So was it normal or not normal to talk about it? Who's to say? Who's to say? What's out in the opening will get shared. Doesn't matter who you are, how you look, what you're wearing, etc. It gets talked about. It is what it is. I went down in a fashionable manner as an adult. Responsible. And so did you know all of these people that I just showed you on this march right here. You all don't know none of pretty much of half of these people personal life things in there, because most of them didn't bring it down there. They didn't. All you saw them was marching and going home. Pretty much. That's pretty much it. But this right here was the unity. This was the beginning of the growth. We was not aware. We were not aware that there was supposed to be separation in unity. We did not get that memo. Everybody here was accepted and they were on one accord. Everybody was happy, showed up, and they were ready, you guys. So this here, when I see this type of unity of people that made a choice to come out to fight for and support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, this is what I chooses to involve myself in. This stuff like this right here. Now, you don't never know who has other plans other, other agendas around good things. You never know. You have to join in and allow things to play itself out, and then know when to break every chain. Break every chain. You're going to get called some names. You're going to get stomped on. You're going to get threatened and everything. Those are all those signs where you break every chain. Break every chains off. As much as I tried to come out here and be like, leave it alone. Leave a lot of stuff alone. Growth. Growth. Teach. Each one teach one. You get to hear now about, a certain person, put his foot on the board. That's why he was chosen. That's why he was chosen. Not to be better than anyone. That's why he was chosen. Because of what the inner spirit led him to do. And that was to work with the board. Opinionated. His inner spirit had him out there pumping down the rights for America. He knew the amendments. From the first one all the way down to the 16th one is which one, those that he was pressing. So he was doing a each one, teach one. Make everybody successful about learning their rights in America. DJ Tyson had an inner spirit where he was good at. That was his voice, pushing that media out there to the public. So he had 3 spiritual expertise going on. That's why the one Papooses sat over here and said, let's do this, because everything else was being done in the seat about, we should do this and we should do that and we should do this. And I'm a different breed. If we should be doing this, go do it. The sun rises up every day. Beat that goddamn sun out there. It wasn't getting any production sitting in the seats every day. And that's what was going on. So we said, let's do it. Let's bring this growth. Let's get out there and teach. Let's share this awareness of what 3 expertise males were putting on social media. It's like, let's go share this shit. Nope. Wasn't good enough. To my understanding, my videos that I like to do, keep in mind that I am still going to do them because I guess it's my inner spirit. I don't know why I have it. I don't. I'm not sitting over here perfect. But I can tell you that I do according to what the Bible says and a lot of teachings that is around me that teaches me right from wrong and to do common sense. I follow that. So it's something in me that if it is toxic or if it is a negative energy or if it is abnormal, it's like, I don't know, like I've been placed to do a little bit of corrective behavior. So whatever the negative thing is about a situation or whatever, it's like I was this planted seed or something where you can fix this so that the light that we supposed to have been shining for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is going right. That, and I don't, like I said, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know, but I know that there's something that lies in me that don't like lying. I don't like sexual brutality. I don't like theft. I don't. It bothers me. And it bothers me to a fact where it makes my mouth come open, if that makes sense to you guys. It makes my mouth come open. You know, I'm that person that's like, oh, hell nah. You know, like, what? You know? But the people that chooses to do that side of the equation knows that that's the behavior and the pattern that they have. But if the good people see something and they may say something that it's going to put a cramp into what they are learned to do, what they like to do, no matter how negative and distasteful, it is. And when you are such a person like that, it is imperative that those things has to stay hitting, because you don't have that right to come out with a bam bam stick to want to murder the person, that the good person, you know what I'm saying, that likes to clean up the bad shit, the abnormal shit. It's like I just want everything to be perfect, and I know everything isn't going to be perfect, but I have a bad thing about speaking on what's not perfect or what's not right, what's not, in my eyes, is normal. So for that, and for who I am, I expect to be judged and hindered and threatened, and I expect that. But I also know that no weapons formed against me, like you guys say out there, will prosper. And a weapon was formed against me. Like I say, I just have not put them out there because something will not allow me to do so. But a weapon was performed against me. And with that being said, a lot of exposure came out, and nothing will. Please take that off the screen. Somebody please delete Adrena's message, please, quickly. Matter of fact, I will do it. We're going to get rid of that. Let me log in here. Let me get on. That's what we're not going to do. Rolanda. Adrena. Retract that. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll move on once that message from Adrena is retracted. Rolanda, retract Adrena Spencer's message off the live, please. Beauty, one of you girls, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I'll tell you why, Adrena. Because of this shit is so goddamn toxic out here. No one has the right to call me by my name. On here, I will remain as one Papoose, so you can call me Pap. To people that has that respect and things, and that is not toxic. It's okay for you to use that. It is my name. But for the ones that is not, you can continue to call me one Pap and one Papoose. And that's just how I feel. Success in life will teach you growth. And that's a fact. And the reason why we are unable to grow is because there is always one person in the batch that will prevent that from happening because of self-gratification. And once one person can achieve self-gratification, it is a lot of people that is enticed by that type of movement, by that type of anticipation where we got you. When I say that I got you, when I say that I'm here for you, when I say that I believe and I want to do this, that means that we're moving to the next level, because once we're done, guess what we're going to do? We're going to go get another person. We're going to go help another person prosper. At the end, when we get done with this, everybody either is going to be rich, going to be knowledgeable about things, and we're going to become powerful. That's my movement. Not about uppity no one individual. If one rise up, everybody rises up. That's just me. Sorry, we don't make them all like me. Sorry about that. Don't make them all about that. Let's go to the next video, because I want to show you guys this. Beware of your people that chooses to lift up people that has not lifted up the world, that has not captured and instilled in people success and growth. Beware of those people, because they chose to not grow as well. They wants to stay in that stump. They don't plan on teaching nothing else. They have limited the knowledge to a group. But as we click on every single one of these platforms, we see hundreds of black people. But now you have to be subjected to whether you want to take a test or pass whatever fucking rules it was out there to be in a group. This group ain't gonna teach you growth, ain't gonna teach you to be successful, and nothing. They only have one person in mind to grow. It's a failure. It's toxic. It's not my taste. When did I decide to vacate myself, to ease back from so? Once I start noticing how many people that's like me, that's the same skin color like me. Some of them go to work like me. Some of them have children like me, because this was mostly ladies down there, right? Outside of my comical views of opinions on the different channels, when you felt that way about me doing comical view on a channel, which was my way of trying to tell the stories about what's going on and who's doing what around Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, whether if it was good or it was bad. What it did was teach the people as well in a comical way about who was toxic, who were the good people, because my fight came in to support him as a whole. So I didn't want a mixture of the really good people who believe that we should be having a support team to get caught up in the toxicness of what other people were doing for self-gratification. If that makes sense to you guys. Makes perfectly sense to me. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. I get it. It may have hurted some, or you telling this and you doing that. But the way I see it, what I did and how I moved brought out a lot of shit. From the beginning, I said that it's a lot of toxic people out here. And toxic people will not allow people to grow. It will not allow to unify, to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Didn't give a damn whether it was personal life, because personal to me, and the way I can define it, means exactly what it says. Personal. I have personal shit. You don't see and know none of it, because it had no business being seen or talked about while I'm out there on a different agenda to grow and unify around Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's me. I don't drink outside of my home or things like that when I'm going to go and take care of business and or such. I don't. And I guess that's because, I don't know, what I've been doing for the last 20 years, it kind of, what I've been doing for the last 20 years, it was successful to me. I grouped myself around people where I can grow and do some changes and make life better. And then now what I have, I take it and I pass it on. You can do this, you can make life better, you can get this growth in you, but you got to be willing to accept the changes. Now, you know when it's not working, when they don't want to listen to you, when they don't give a fuck about what you say. They still just gonna do them, and you already know in your heart that what they are doing is some fucked up shit. You gotta break every chain. Gotta walk away. Go on. You don't want to be helped. You don't want to change. You don't want to help others. You don't like growth. We bitch about the laws. We bitch about this. We bitch about that. But change has to come from oneself and passed on, they say, through the blood, right? Even though it's not your biological brothers or sister, or it's not your first cousin, but we the people were born under one nation, and they say under one God. No, it's too many gods out here. 'Cause I don't know who's serving what. It's like a mix. It's too many gods out here. How many gods do we have? I don't get that shit. I don't get that shit. Let me show you this, cuz this is where it got distasteful in my mouth, when people sit up there, have met me, sat and talked to me, know my genuinity, pretty much knows of the effortless of what the Papoose channel attempted to bring out to the protesters for growth, for unity, right? But because, like I said, some things that I said tore down. I did say it, and I did admit to saying those things, and I did apologize for those things if I had overstepped my boundary. But when we went down, like I said, I assumed that we were all had gotten to know each other, and everybody was well acquainted with each other and comfortable with being around one another. That's what I got in the July protest. Someone asked me, have you seen? And I said, yes, he went that way with so-and-so. I wasn't aware at all that there was secrets to be kept or things that was things. You feel what I'm saying? Didn't get the fucking memo. Everybody's down here doing a support group. I would have done the same as well if you, Sonny B, and Valicia, you were down there. And if Rolanda would have walked past me and said, hey, you seen Valicia? Valicia went that way. She's okay. She's over that way with John. That's because I would only assume that we all were acquainted and knew each other. I didn't get the fucking memo that there were some secrets that was supposed to been hidden or not going on. Sorry. Sue me. But that right there exploded everything. That right there exploded the hatred upon me. Okay? So Conversations was done. Phone calls were done. I apologized. Wasn't good enough. I had became hindered with threats, and you can't do this and you can't do that, and that, of course, being the black nature out here, like you guys, it ignited me to the fact that don't fucking threaten me. Don't tell me where I can go. I've been free walking this land for many years, and I be goddamn if one nigga in this world, because they carry a penis between their legs, is going to ever have a say-so about where I can and cannot go. Now, I think that the message might have been like probably around me, but that wasn't clear. Wasn't clear. If I apologize to someone, and I've spoken to someone, which I have, had a thing with, an accidental thing with Tori. I spoke on the phone with Tori for a minute. When we got done, it was, I love you. I apologize. Because words don't kill nobody, and there's always going to be a mishap some freaking where. But it doesn't mean that we have to pull that sword out to do division with the people. You get the person, you teach the person, we continue to grow. That's it. That's what you do at home with your sisters and brothers, right? But it didn't come that much clearer to me until this popped off. We had the other one. We were invited on that damn bus ride. There was some incident that happened on the bus ride. The incident was told totally wrong. Everything of the stories that has been told out here is nothing but lies. Lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. This is the part that pisses me off with the goddamn lies. The people that chooses to bag the lies up and to stick with the liar when you were right there, when we were there, to do it out of hurt, out of spite. Those are the people that I despise the most. Those people. Those people. I despise those the most. That's why you all kept seeing me pop them videos on certain people. Because if you can sit there and allow a person to lie, and you're there to bag up the lie when you know the truth, so you allow a person to use you, those are the ones that eats me up inside. Not so much as the person that's telling a lie. It's the person who you would know that, okay, well, you're not gonna clear this up. You talk that righteous shit too. You do this too, but you okay with this? Yeah. Damn, the people there, y'all. Burns me up inside. It does. It really does. All right, let me get this other one up for you guys. Because this one right here is what kicked this shit off with the hatred in there, with the beginning of the lies. There was that baby on that bus, and that was not my damn child. Ruthie in the house was on that bus with that baby, and so was the mother. But because of the hatred was so bad, because I said that it went there, when you've been hearing this all on the stream about who was who and who was who, roll call was on there. But you know what the people say. Wasn't your place to say. Whatever. Get over it. But we were on this bus, and I think I showed everybody this shit right here. We had a good time, right? All ladies were on this bus by themselves. By themselves. And this right here, when we loaded this bus right here, is where I knew at this time that I was marching, was behind some toxic ass shit. Lord knows that I wanted to pull me and the moderators up out of that, but I didn't. We just went along with it. So as you guys can see, there's Pap that's not interested with no Dino, not around any men again. And I'm on a bus with ladies. But because people can be so angry at you, it is so easy for them to put out this distasteful things to get other people on board when the other people that are on board was there and know the fucking truth. Them people better not ever pick it up. But yeah, we were have that. This was the first one. We had a good time. This one here, all women on there. But let me tell y'all how we got on this one right here. And these were some nice ladies on this bus. Very nice ladies. They were. Enjoyed the company of all of them. But because the devil stepped in to destroy it, did exactly that. All of these ladies on this bus, some of them are still there in that group and won't even come out to tell the truth on nothing because they loving what the devil in disguise is doing. They can't address it because he portrays to have this voice of what they were looking for. So I rather deal with the devilish ways of a person as long as we're getting what we need out of it. But them not knowing and obviously can't see the outcome of that ended up being limited. They're stuck. You have a few people. Nobody wants to come. I get it. They don't need anybody. They don't need anybody. And when they tell you that type of stuff, toxic, why wouldn't you not need anybody? Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is fighting a force out here. And when you're fighting a force, you need a force. You need a force. You need a force. Obviously, the 20, 30 people is satisfactory enough because the 20 and 30 people has to hold the toxic extremities that are going on. We can't release these out, but we could still do our little fighting of what we can do. Too many people get in, too many people will know, and it will expose of what we don't like to have exposure on. And I get that part. I do. That was the second one. We was on that bus. Had a good time. We all had expectations. My moderators, a lot of people that, oh, we gonna do this again? Yeah, we going again. Bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we out there fighting force with the force. But because of self-gratification, which always kicks in some goddamn where, it taints everything. It takes away what everyone was hoping to have seen, hoping to get to a level where there was going to be an astounding outcome from this shit, where it was going to eventually be like, y'all, they got the whole goddamn highway filled up, y'all. Y'all, them people out there for Mr. Kelly is stretched from the north end of Michigan to the south end of Michigan. That's what they should have been talking about. But look what we're talking about right now. Look what we're talking about now. You said, Pap, if you call yourself a leader, you should know how to follow. If you are a follower, you should damn well know how to lead. As fuck, quote, everybody is not a leader and some people need to follow. Okay, absolutely. Okay. Got it. I get it. ended up at a point now where there's nothing but hatred. I don't like you. There's rules set, there's boundaries and everything. The only thing that I think I'm going to leave you guys with at this moment is I pray that things get back together. Pat will only just speak on her channel with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly until the time comes, which will be about 3 months roughly. It's not just me. There are other ladies out here that would like to give it a try again. Give it a try one more time. There is no organization. The organization is you guys and me, what we gather up, where we can call it a us. It's a us. There's nothing to be tainted about the next go round that we can actually try. We came up with the Walk for Chaos. We won't be broken off in groups. We won't be down there with your personal things that you do with your husband and your significant others. You'll come down and you'll be adults. And we'll come down to stay on only on one accord. Laughter. Supporting Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Crying. Holding your signs up. Getting your messages out. Walk for chaos. Because that's who it was all about. If you were coming to do self-gratification or for to be lifted up to be this special person and to be superior, you know, to be a boss like or whatever, you should have had that done already. You didn't have to come and build it up within the group. You didn't have to come and build it up and to single out people, to have other people to bow down and worship, you know, to a different God. That didn't have to happen. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I listened to one guy out there and he said something very important, you know, and that was to know who your God is. Know who your God is. And if you don't have that God that have not instilled in you, where you are choosing to be with someone or walk beside someone or be in front of someone or fall to the back of someone, and that person is not teaching you growth or how to be successful in doing certain things, on how to unify and how to love one another even after a misdemeanor ass little fight, then you're behind the wrong person. Because when it came to this support system for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, everybody had the opportunity to benefit from it. And it was taken away. It was taken away. You had something to benefit from it. Knowledge. Somebody could have been taught a whole lot about every single person that was on the board. Somebody could have been taught all of those amendments that's not aware of those amendments and help that person to decide whether if they wanted to become an attorney. Someone else could have been taught lots of things that they didn't know about how to use the phone or how to push out things to the media or become a media spokesperson where they can decide, well, damn, you know, he's getting, you know what, I can teach you how to get this started so that now you can be in the media business. Or so now you can sit down and know how to put a board out and talk about each individual on the board and what is it that you need to understand about Amendment 15 and 16. Those are your people. We didn't get that. We got self-gratifying ass people out here. From me, I have to say, like I say, I don't know All I could say that I think that is an anointment that I do have. I don't like wrong. I just don't. And it bothers me. So I'm going to touch on one more thing and we're going to get up out of here. It is pushing 2 o'clock. I'm never going to get my Christmas stuff done. Messing with y'all. But never going to get it done. I'm going to touch on this. And I have to, so that now my spirit is cleansed and I can move on from this situation and hope and pray that I can change a lot of minds around out here, that we can walk as one. We can be as one. There's nothing for one person to gain out of the walk for chaos at all. It really isn't. It's just for us to continue to put the awareness out there on one accord. Let me speak on this, and I know everybody says that it's none of your business, but that unjust word, it kills me every time. It kills me every time. They want you to go out and they vote for this and they want you to vote for that, and we want to change this and we want to change that. Everything that we have been hearing could possibly be allegations of this and allegations of that. When I was growing up in Chicago, there's a lot of things around me that was going on as a little girl that I despised, and it just kind of carried on with me throughout life, right? Where I don't like to use the word hatred, but I gained more distasteful for it, so it was easy for me to turn it off. And I'll start off with pimping. I'll start off with drugs. We'll start off with the gang bangings. We'll start off with the gun violence. We're going to start off with sexual assault. We'll start off with men brutality. Seeing all of those things growing up. But as you grow up, you'll be like, you're not the one that can fix this, right? You nobody. You can't fix this. Well, what eats me up is to continue to grow with it and watch how I get to hear people talk about the unjust, and we need to change these things, and we need to become better people this way and this way. But yet then, as human beings, we the people can be right there, standing in the midst of watching all of this distasteful shit going on. Be the same people talking about what law we need to change. Well, if you ain't gonna fix this shit over here, why are we changing laws to benefit over here? I just can't make sense of that shit, right? Meaning that I grew up, saw how Bishop Magic Don Juan was in the community, right? I saw it all. Saw quite a bit, y'all. I ain't gonna say quite a bit. I saw a lot of shit growing up in Chicago area. So with what I see and act out in front of us, sometimes bring back those memories, right? And when those memories comes back of something that was always distasteful for you, it bothers your inner spirit. I get it. It's none of your business. Mind your business. Don't see it. Then don't fight for it. Don't fucking fight for it. Let it stay that way. Let's keep the gangbangers. Let's keep the drug pushers. Let's keep the brutality on women. Let's keep everything that you sit out there to see and watch in your face the same. Let's keep it the same. Stop running your asses down there talking about the unjust, or we need to vote for this and we need to change that. Because if you ain't changing what's around you, ain't no hope over there of what you're trying to push through the law. Because the only thing that you're pushing is what's been going on with it for the last 100 years. is only for some. Some people are only going to allow it to be for them, as opposed to the other ones. Don't give no fuck. That's how I am. So as we sit here and we watch all of this shit shenanigan that goes down, and I saw every day, women of my freaking color, that sat over there and agreed to every goddamn thing that was spurred out of someone's mouth to make it seem like everything that is spoken is truth. I'm going to ask you ladies in here. Oh, I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to freaking say it, because I got to get this toxic up out of me. To know, even my brothers, I want to say they kind of was in they shit stuff up until the age of 25. You know, my mom and dad got sick of it. That was it. You gonna change this ain't, they didn't care if your ass wasn't living in the house. My mom and dad stayed on them, right? Like, no, they was just on it, right? So when we are introduced to what is called people personal things, right? Their lifestyle or whatever the case. I watched a show every day where certain people were called out that this is my boo, or this is the one I love, or this is the one that makes me feel this way, and this is the one that does that, right? But then we now learn of newer people, and newer people that is coming inside of the circle of the one that you say. But it's okay with that type of action from the people that's already in the circle, coming from one of a kind like us, ladies, same skin tone and things, right? I sat here with watching all of those people. They agree with it. Then why haven't you got 2 or 3 of them or 4 of them in your home? Why is it okay to agree with that type of behavior, which is something that we have been out here fighting for a long time, to be treated with respect and dignity and to be loved and things like that. But that group, from what I gather, is saying that it's okay. What are we fighting for again? Somebody tell me. What? What are we fighting for? So if all of that, in my eyes, abnormal behavior is okay, then why all the people that's okaying it don't live that way as well? You know, invite 2, 3 of them on in where you are. Let's keep that same pattern. Since that's okay, everybody in the chat room go out and keep up the same behavior. It's okay, you guys. It's normal. We ain't trying to change that shit. Go on out there and do it. But we won't unjust. I got a bad taste in my mouth last night because I had to hear. And this one here, I am going to quote, and then I am done. Since flagging my channel, you guys hit the thumbs up button for me, then I'm going to be off of here, because all of a sudden now I start to get these crazy messages when I get into some of my stories. But I'm going to quote this here, and then I'm going to get off. But since there's a lot of people that it's okay with abnormal, if we're okay with the behaviors that is opposite of what we're out here trying to fight, then I think that we all need to be on the same accord. Everybody needs to be on the same accord. That means that you all should have all of these multiple relationships. You guys should be out there doing allegedly calling each other the bitches and the hoes. Let's all get on the same page. We gonna make this right. Go do it. Then we shouldn't be fighting against each other. Because we all going to start calling everybody bitches and hoes. We all going to start having all of these relationships. I'm going to have a whole bunch of them up in here. Going to walk outside, show everybody. We're going to take this back to those kind of ways. Because it's obviously that's the fight that we want. Those are the people that we want to see as God and up on a pedestal. Those type of people. So let's all do it. We can't have half of the world looking at it like, and the other half of the world like, oh, hell no, it's God. Why not? Let's get on one accord. Pick a side. What are we going to do out here, people? What are we going to do? I'm going to mention this, and then I got to go because I wasn't aware of it, right? And I promise you guys, my head literally just dropped on the way home coming out because it just doesn't get no better. It just don't get no goddamn better. It just don't. So this is what was said, and it came to a shocking to me, right? Because when I say there is toxic, you have to know toxic. And I know all of you guys are grown out there, and y'all know toxic, right? But it goes a little bit deeper. If you say you know it, then why join in on it? Then why be out there agreeing with it? Why? Because obviously I'm seeing a lot of people that just don't know toxic. And that's just crazy. But it was mentioned that there was a banner carried. We also had a banner too. I think it might be in the closet there. Oh, Demetra, thank you. We had a banner, and it as well had the due process for chaos. How many of you guys remember that banner? Do you guys remember that banner? You guys remember that banner? Just give me a heart in the chat if you guys remember that banner that we brought out, and it said the due process for chaos. We didn't take that banner to change up the meaning on it or to empower anybody in the support group for Mr. Kelly. That banner said due process for chaos for Mr. Kelly, for to pop out the awareness to the people that something just might be missing in Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case. We pop that banner out so that it can solely have focus on Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. But what I hear last night, it disturbed me. It disturbed me really, really bad. So with the other rallies, they popped them a banner out, the big blue one. Gorgeous banner. As you guys know, I was down there this October and did some recording of the banner. I wanted it to get out there. We also did the recording of the I did some recording of the let me see if I can find it. Hold on. This protest right here, and as you can see, I thought, wow, that these were absolutely nice. These were nice, right? Let's get these on the thing to get them out to the people. But of course, the message that got out to the people that she only came down to be messy at the protest. That was the message. Not the positive message of it, that she only came down to I put some more awareness out there. She came down to be messy. So you guys remember that I was down. So let me get to what I was so proud about filming down there. Like I say, a lot of people will have so many different hidden agendas, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let me see what point it was at. I think it was at like a 20. Yes, this is the scene here. This is what I went down to continue to put more awareness out because they had that banner. They had that banner that I was focusing in on. Let's put this out here. Nothing but it was cold as hell though, y'all. No one knew that I was going to this. We didn't get the rules and the regulations for it. I knew that it was a rally slash protest going on to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. So I went in support of the One Papoose channel over here that to bring them some awareness for the protest. So showed up. Got ridiculed for that. I got blamed for a whole bunch of other things. You come down to do this and you come down to do that. And only certain people that is down there put these type of allegations out to, make a person look bad. But that is what you see is what I did. And again, alone, not with a man, not chasing Dino. Coming down to put the awareness out. Focusing in on that there. Another great march, but I didn't get the memo that this was a protest that was supposed to have been private to One Papoose. She's here to do this. She's here to do that. No, I'm here to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's what I freaking did. You know what I'm saying? So, on this one, not this banner, but they also have the, let me see if I can find the blue banner. And if I would have ever have known, I think that this is going to be it. So I'm going to turn this down until it gets to, here it is. This is what I'm showing. This is what I'm showing the people. Look at that. What am I doing at the protest, y'all? This is what you call messy? Is this messy? That's not messy. That's called coming out to put more awareness out for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, pay attention to that sign. And pay attention on the bottom of that sign where it says due process. I'm going to quote exactly what was said about that due process and where you continue to try to divide these people up, which you did a good job about that bus down there. The moderators and a lot of people was aware of what was going on. We knew it. We just turned a little eye so that we could continue on with supporting Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. When a lot of people started approaching to get on these buses, we were told, you on that one. Are we on this one? Nope, you guys are over there. So it was like that the flunky bus, the people that didn't mean anything to a support group of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, was being separated apparently from the alleged enterprise group. Now keep in mind that people came down as well from the July protests, and with the July protests a lot of people got to know each other, and before that they were getting to know each other through the phone calls, via text messages and everything like that. And to me, in my opinion, these people were already being selected out of the group. You know what I'm saying? Selected out of growth, selected out of success for unifying. That's what I got out of that. So when we get down there, it was you over there, you over there, you over there. The other people, they were already fast forward and seated on this first bus. So the second bus had all of the flunkies that didn't mean shit about wanting to participate in growth and being successful and unifying. That's the bus that us and a lot of the ladies that I just showed you were pretty much on, except for one, I think, or two, and that's because they were kind of in charge, co-captain of, of making sure that the bus was okay with the ladies, right? That's when I knew. That's when we became aware of it, that there was division, that there was others down there that was better than others, that there was others down there that wanted to put that tainted feeling out there that these people shouldn't be feeling like this because we ain't rocking with these people anyway, but we gonna let them come anyway because, you know, it'll probably make us look better, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But when I heard what I heard last night with that due process, you made it perfectly clear, really now, of who you are. You are toxic. You are a toxic ass person to the hardcore. There is a part of me that is holds some regretness in it, because I brought two of moderators with me, and that's not me. I would never drag anyone into something that is toxified, where they as well, inner spirits, are feeling dirty now. And that's what I felt that I done. So to them, I do owe a humble apology to you two ladies. But when you popped out your mouth that didn't you, MF, recognize the due process on that banner, well, that's me. I quote and unquote, that's my name on that banner. I like to threw up, y'all. Threw up. I was so fucking sick with it. I was so sick with it. And like I said, it's a quote, unquote. Because I write down things that I know where my spirit will tell me to, this is what and why you are having these thoughts, or you are feeling this type of way, or you know for a fact that there was toxified ass people surrounding Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, all for self-gratification. Break every chain. That's what I asked for last night. Break every goddamn chain. Woke up this morning, y'all. It's off. It's done. They will not prosper, because they all know that they have lied continuously. They all know that they have allowed the devil to lead them into lies continuously, day in and day out. And it's like, for what? For what? What goes up, and if it's wrong, will come down. It never prosper. It never fucking prosper. So I'm okay over here. I'm okay. I hope my moderators accept my apology, because a lot of things that we did as far as getting on that bus, or going to walk over here to the lake, or going down to where the dancing activity went and jumped off at, I asked them, hey, you guys, you want to go do this? Hey, you guys want to go do that? And I did that to those girls, and I put that toxified energy of what's going on now. It's like, that's not me. I bring people with me that is going to have good times, going to have positive times, going to have learning experience time, growth time, unifying time, because I am a growing person. I'm learning as you guys be typing and talking and calling in. I'm learning from all of that. So with that being said, I'm hoping that we can get the Walk for Kales established differently, for growth, for unity, as long as Mr. Kelly walks his journey. I'm hoping that we can become as one and walk the journey along with him. He has to go through it. We as people have to accept that. They nailed him up against the wall right now, where his team, along with him, has to put their heads together to get him up out of this entanglement. A lot of us is faithful. A lot of us feels the promising act will happen. that he will be vindicated. I have my personal reasons and my knowledge of it from what I've been reading as far as the indictments to myself. They're here. As far as all of the motions, I have them. I read them. But I like to do it privately because I like to use my free thinking without any other brainwashing or any regurgitated things on how people feel about a situation. I like to sit down and just evaluate it, and I write out my pros and my cons columns, and that's what helps me to determine what I should be thinking or what I would like the outcome to be or know the outcome is going to be. And I hold that my truth, or inside of what I really feel about this case. And that's it. That's it. That's all. That's it. And that's all, you guys. I'm going to head to work. I hope all of you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Pap is going to take a little time so she could get her channel and do some different things on here. That's what I'm going to do. The streets is toxic. Everybody is toxic. Money, sex, and drugs will get your ass in a whole heap of a lot of bullshit. Stay away from that. Don't forget, you got your cousin Levi over there with that title out there that makes it appear that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly had something or knows something or wrote that. It's wrong, cousin Levi. You're wrong for it. Do what you do, because I don't do the judgments. I don't have judgment days on nobody's soul. It's not my job. I'm not bigger than thou. Never going to be. Never going to be. But baby, y'all know when the rapture come, and I'm not talking about just here on social media. I'm just talking about in life in general. Ask not one. What is that thing? Ask, yeah. Y'all keep on asking. Because if self and humanity don't change the way they are, there is no fight. For what? There is no purpose. To just like I keep on doing how Martin Luther King say, we're going to keep on having a dream. Because people ain't changing. They don't want to change. They want the power, the glory, satisfaction. They want the sex. You want the money. You want the drugs. All of the evil shit that was planted out here to keep us down. That's what's going to continue to win. And that's the reality of that shit. Don't forget, y'all. Y'all got y'all stimulus check coming. Let me see do we got a balloon emoji? If you got, put the hand clap. Let me see the clap emoji. If you gonna be waiting on your stimulus, honey, I'm going to get me a T-bone steak from Texas Roadhouse when mines drop, y'all. When I get mines, I'm going to get me a T-bone steak. Yep, that's what I want. I want a big old steak, y'all. I want a steak. I do. I want a big steak. So I am out. You guys have a beautiful, 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 beautiful day. I'm out of here. Let me see what I'm going to go out on today, y'all. Matter of fact, I'll just go back with this one. Now, I'm going to go back on this one. I kind of like this song. Have a good day, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Indies, Xavier. Hey, back on deck on my fly shit. Really on my shit. Pay some respect to my mindset. Head blowing smoke, catch a contact. Niggas really mad they can't stop us. Back on the scene, unconscious.
Can't stop us. Can't stop us.
I ain't really here for the gossip, nah. Blah, 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 yeah, I'm hot, bitch. Try to play me, but you tried it. Way too wavy, gotta ride it. Pull up on you, yeah, we slide it. Make our eyes roll when I slide in. Neck on wrist on shaman. Tell them say less, no comment. And we only here for the commas.
Pull up and how about we slide? Loaded away on my side. These niggas be lying. Skating on days we gliding. I'm hitting that bitch in the driving.
Hitting that bitch while we vibing. You know I be on that time and light up, I'm firing. dress it up, yeah, I be styling. Eat up the drip, she be dining. Straight to the top, she be climbing. We the ones that they admire. All of these niggas expiring. Ice of the boss and we hiring. Raising the hood where it's sirens. They hopping on ship like a pirate.
Hey, hey, driving the boat and I came for the loot and the treasure. These niggas be hating, do better. Dropping them ashes, done burn me a hole in my sweater. I'm stingy, I'm holding this cheddar.
Holding this cheese, living more better. Smoking these doobies with Xavier. We keep this shit gravy. Yeah, we too groovy. We keep it unruly. Know it's yours truly. Smoke a big head, call it Stewie. Bad chick wanna do me. Ass thick and she coolin'. She busted open like a Uzi. I busted, then I'm back to duty. Call of Duty, I'm online with it. Took my time with it. Watch the operators. They be plotting shit on the go with the gang and they rock with us. Everywhere that we go, we be popping up. Yeah, we popular. Eyes on us like binocular. Yeah, they time is up. You could try your luck. Stay anonymous, but in God we trust.
In God we trust. All these niggas looking odd to us. Riding waves just like they ride the bus. The pretty bitches wanna ride my nuts. The vibe is us. Sergio Tacchini eating fettuccine. Know they see me getting cake. I've been out hustling at the dinner, baby. I'm a winner. I don't really need a break. Breaking my foot on your ass. Breaking the nigga these hoes when I'm bending the corner. Breaking my weed in the glass. Burning that loud and the neighbors done heard the aroma. Play a persona. She eating my dick till she fall in the coma. The caught of the itis. I really got it off the muscle. Now they wanna tussle. Pussy niggas wanna fight us. Damn.
Oh, y'all have a beautiful, beautiful day. Let me see what this song is. Then I'm out of here.
Si tú no quieres beber, tengo filas hasta 3. No te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé. O de que te digo sé. Pero hay más en Instagram. Si tú no quieres beber, tengo filas hasta 3. No te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé. O de que te digo sé. Pero hay más en Instagram. Te crees más de lo que eres, pero en el mundo lo que a mujeres me la creía hasta ese día que me engañaste. ¿Qué más? Reciclaba amores y estabas tú. Te necesitaba, ya no fueron tantas flores, pero tu actitud con esa espina dolió. Después de todo lo paris me llamas, diciéndome borracha que me quiere más. Y ahí odio que tu amiga me cae. Lo que fue prohibido lo aprovecha más. Si tú no quieres beber, tengo filas hasta 3. No te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé. Oye que te digo sé, pero hay más en Instagram. Si tú no quieres beber, tengo filas hasta 3. No te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé. Oye que te digo sé, pero hay más en Instagram. Los mensajes que no pude ver ya, que eran tus amigas, que nada que ver, pues tan bobo no. Y rezando a Dios, no me lo hace 2 veces. Lo más triste de la realidad, solo mentira, nada verdad. Me quedaba mucho por sentir, no creo que fuera necesidad. Tú me quitaste la libertad, no porque no fue mi voluntad, pero aceptaste vivir, oh no. Después de todo lo paris me llamas, diciéndome borracha que me quiere más. Y ahí odio que tu amiga me cae. Lo que fue prohibido